Today we're exploring one of the newest luxury communities in San Antonio, Texas on the north side. Welcome to Shavano Highlands. It's nestled between the Texas Hill Country and the heart of the city. Shavano Highlands offers something that's really becoming increasingly difficult to find. It's brand new luxury homes, large home sites, beautiful architecture and location. You're just minutes away from La Cantera, the Rim, Eisenhower Park, world-class golf, and some of the best shopping, dining, and entertainment that San Antonio truly does have to offer. In today's luxury relocation video, we're comparing two of America's premier luxury builders, Toll Brothers, which is one of my favorites alongside with Highland Homes, but today it's Toll Brothers and Drees Customs Homes, which was actually formerly Monticello. They got bought out by a Dallas company and are now named Drees. They build a beautiful home as well. We'll walk through two incredible floor plans, compare the designs, the philosophies, discuss what really makes the community unique. We got to explore the schools. We'll break down the pros and the cons. And by the end of this video, I'll share which builder I would personally choose if I were relocating to San Antonio. So if you're new here, my name is Buentello. I'm a luxury relocation advisor with the agency here in San Antonio, Texas. My team and I have had the privilege of helping plenty of families relocate to San Antonio from the United States and all over the world. So whether you're moving in 9 days, 9 weeks, or those 9 months, my goal really and truly is to help you make a confident and informed decision before you even arrive. Now, let's put that all to the side and let's step inside our first home and see what Shavano Highlands has to offer. We're going to begin with Toll Brothers. If you've been researching luxury builders for any amount of time, you've probably come across their name. They're known nationwide for upscale communities, thoughtful architecture, and homes that blend elegance with everyday functionality. Some of my favorite states to look at are definitely Arizona and California. The Toll Brothers there are just beautiful. But here in Shavano Highlands, one of their standout floor plans is the Belissa 2. And after walking through this home, I can see why it's becoming one of the community's most popular designs. It really does offer over 4,000 square feet of living space with 4 to 5 bedrooms, 3 to 5 full bathrooms, and a 3-car garage, and a layout that really does feel both luxury and incredibly functional. The first thing you'll notice as you step inside is just the sense of openness. The 2-story foyer that immediately draws your eyes upward, setting the tone for the rest of the home. And just off the entry, you have a dedicated office, making this an ideal setup for executive business owners or really anyone that works remotely. Across the hall is a private guest suite with its own full bathroom. I love seeing this in a luxury home because it gives visiting family members or long-term guests their own private space without sacrificing the privacy of the primary suite. It really does go a long way if you have aging parents or just somebody that's trying to get back on their feet and you're trying to be a hand. So it's very nice. As you continue into the heart of the home, you're welcome into a dramatic 2-story great room filled with a ton of natural light. And this is the type of space that just feels immediately inviting. It's open, it's bright, and it creates a seamless connection between the living room, dining area, kitchen, and that covered outdoor patio. And the kitchen is exactly what many of you luxury buyers are looking for. Just the large center island, the plenty of cabinet space. You need it. I mean, especially here in Texas, the walk-in pantry, the premium appliances, and enough room for family gatherings or entertaining guests, especially now, right, with the World Cup going on and then football season. It's definitely needed. And one detail that I especially appreciate is how the kitchen overlooks the entire main living area. I absolutely love that. So whether you're hosting friends or keeping an eye on the kids, everything really does feel connected. It just flows really, really well. Now let's talk about the primary suite. It's located on the first floor. It's tucked away from the rest of the home, creating a true owner's retreat is what we like to call it. It's spacious and the bathroom feels more like something you'd see in a luxury resort, a freestanding soaking tub, an oversized walk-in shower, dual vanities, a generous walk-in closet space. Upstairs, the layout continues to impress. You'll find additional bedrooms, a spacious loft, a flexible living space that can easily become a media room, game room, fitness area, or a second family room, whatever you would like it to become. It's a layout that adapts as your family's needs change over time, which is really great because most people buy then and there in their life, but think about the future. And one thing I noticed throughout the home is that Toll Brothers paid attention to the details, and many buyers don't immediately see. Check this out. This is really great information. Features like the 8-foot interior doors, Cat 6 structured wiring, energy efficient construction, tankless water heaters, high efficiency HVAC systems, PEX plumbing, and zip system sheathing all contribute to a home that's built for long-term comfort and performance. They've definitely put their money where their mouth is. And those aren't flashy features you'll notice during a 5-minute walkthrough. They're absolutely not. But there are features that will sustain the house for a wonderful amount of time. They're just features that you'll appreciate after you've moved in. So overall, the Bellicitude really does feel refined. It's elegant without being overdone. It's modern without chasing the trends, and it's functional enough for everyday family living. But now, let's see how Drees Custom Homes approaches luxury living. One thing about this one, the model home was not fully built out. They were still in some of the construction phase, but please just take it as it is, because while these two builders are still in the same community, their philosophy on luxury is surprisingly different. So let's go ahead and see that. Let's take a look at now Drees Customs Homes. And honestly, this is where the comparison gets really interesting, because while Toll Brothers focuses on refined elegance and polished luxury, Drees really does take a slightly different approach. Neither of them is bad, but for you, it's personal preference. And their homes really do feel more custom, a lot more personalized, and in many ways, they feel like homes that have been designed specifically around the way families actually live. So we're going to look at the Linmar 2. This floor plan offers nearly 5,000 square feet of living space, 4 bedrooms, 4 full bathrooms, a 3-car garage, multiple living areas, and a layout that immediately feels grand the moment you walk through the door. The first thing that you will notice is the dramatic 2-story family room, combined with the open staircase and walls of windows. That really does make the home feel incredibly bright, open, airy, incredibly inviting, are just some of the words that I would use to describe the Linmar 2. And one thing I really appreciate about what Drees is how they create separation without making the home feel disconnected or just individuality or non-connectedness. The kitchen flows naturally into the family room. The dining spaces really do feel intentional, and every room seems to have a purpose. Again, non-disconnected. Speaking of the kitchen, this is exactly the type of space that you luxury buyers expect. A massive center island, abundant cabinetry, premium appliances, a spacious walk-in pantry, and plenty of room to entertain family and friends. So whether you're hosting the holidays, you're watching the kids finish homework, or just simply enjoying a quiet evening at home, this kitchen becomes the center of everyday life. And now let's talk about the primary suite. And honestly, this is one of my favorite spaces in the home. It's private, peaceful, and generously sized without feeling oversized, which is really hard to do. The spa-inspired bathroom features dual vanities, a large walk-in shower, a soaking tub, and an oversized walk-in closet that provides plenty of storage for everyday living. Am I right, ladies? Upstairs, the home continues to impress. I mean, this is a wow factor. large secondary bedrooms, which is great because a lot of the builders, what they're doing is that they're making the living and the downstairs incredibly nice and open, and they are sacrificing on the bedrooms. So very nice Drees, flexible living areas, a game room, and additional spaces that can easily adapt as your family's needs changes over time. Again, not thinking in the now, but thinking in the long term. So whether you need a media room, home gym, a study area, or another entertainment space, because you can't have enough of those, the Linmar 2 gives you that flexibility. And that's something that a lot of my relocation buyers are looking for today. It really is that one thing that has always separated Drees homes is the level of personalization that they truly do offer, which it's a you home. It's customized to you. So for buyers building from the ground up, you have the opportunity to customize finishes. You can adjust the layouts somewhat. And you can really create a home that truly reflects your family's lifestyle. Now, this is not a knock on Toll Brothers. This is just where the differential is. The level of flexibility is something that, many buyers moving from California, Colorado, Florida, the East Coast, truly do appreciate, because you're not just simply purchasing a floor plan, you're really creating a home that is uniquely yours. Overall, I would say that the Linmar 2 to me felt very spacious, even though it had not been completed fully. Very warm and functional, which smart buyers, that's you, definitely need. Incredibly well thought out. Great home, Drees. Great job. Toll Brothers, you as well. And it's really a home designed for everyday living. You're not sacrificing the luxury experience. So now that we've toured both builders, Toll and Drees Customs Home, the question becomes, what makes buyers choose Shavano Highlands in the first place? Let's step outside the homes for a minute and let's talk about the community itself, because it's truly important that you not only get a home that you want to live in and build a life in, but we need to know what the community offers as well. So let's get into that. Now that we've toured both homes, let's step back for just a moment, because honestly, the homes are only half of the story. The real question is, why are so many buyers, and I'm just talking smart luxury buyers, choosing Shavano Highlands? And I think the answer comes down to one single word, and that word is balance. Most luxury communities ask you to make a compromise. You either get a beautiful home or an incredible location. It's really rare to find both. Shavano Highlands is one of the communities where you don't have to choose. It's literally right around the school from where my wife and my children are going to go, Cornerstone Christian School. It's a fantastic area. You can enjoy a brand new luxury home while still being minutes from some of the most desirable destinations in San Antonio. I mean, it is a wonderful area to raise a family or live in or work from, whatever you decide. You're approximately 10 minutes from the shops at La Cantera, a little bit more once school starts to pick up, 10 minutes from the Rim, so just add maybe like 10, 12 more minutes to that, 10 minutes from Six Flags Fiesta Texas, 15 minutes from UTSA, so great place if you have children going to UTSA. Go Runners, I graduated from there. 20 minutes from the San Antonio International Airport, 25 minutes from downtown San Antonio, so you can still get to downtown relatively quickly. And for a lot of like you executives and the business owners, the medical professionals, and families coming from out of state, this is a major advantage of the convenience that this offers. You can enjoy peaceful hill country settings without feeling too disconnected from the city. Now, here's something that many people don't actually know, a little tidbit. Shavano Highlands sits along one of the last pockets of luxury development in this part of North San Antonio. So as the city has continued to grow, large parcels of land this close to La Cantera and the Rim have been increasingly difficult to find. I mean, this is an absolute gold mine. And that's one of the reasons that this community has generated and is still generating so much interest. They're not really just selling the homes, they're offering a location that's becoming harder and almost impossible to replicate. Can't make more land. Am I right? So get in while you can. Another feature I really like about this community is the surrounding lifestyle. Within just a few minutes, you have access to championship golf at La Cantera Resort, miles of hiking and scenic overlooks at Eisenhower Park, great park. I've hiked there before. Upscale shopping, award-winning restaurants. I mean, some of the best restaurants in the city. You are just minutes away from there. Entertainment, there's so much to do in this area, especially if you just hit 281. And I mean, the whole frontage is filled with it. Medical facilities, some of the best medical facilities in Texas, and some of the best everyday conveniences anywhere in San Antonio. One thing I always encourage my relocating clients to do is spend time in the area before making a decision if you can. If you cannot, I can be your eyes and ears. I already am. Thank you. Have dinner at one of the nearby restaurants. Please invite me. I would love to go. My family and I walk through Eisenhower Park. Let's go on a hike together. Visit La Cantera. Hey, if you're a sneakerhead, let's go buy some shoes together. Drive the neighborhood during the morning and again in the evening. This is very important because you want to see what the neighborhood looks like both times, because eventually the excitement of the home, which is very exciting, but it does start to become normal. But your lifestyle, your commute, your surroundings, those are things you'll experience every single day. Now, let's talk about another topic that is so important to relocating families, the schools, because that is really often one of the first questions I receive when helping clients move to San Antonio. So let's go and look at that. One of the first questions I hear is, Jose, what are the schools like? Shavano Highlands is generally served by NISD or Northside Independent School District. Students here are typically zoned to Blattman Elementary School, Rawlinson Middle School, and Clark High School. Now, these schools have developed an extremely strong reputation throughout Northwest to North San Antonio and are really one of the many reasons that families begin their luxury home search in this area. Now, I know you've probably heard me say this in other videos, but I always tell my clients the same thing because it is very important. School ratings are a great place to start. Greatschools.org is a great website to go onto, but they're not the end of the story. Visit the campus, talk to the parents, meet the teachers if you can. I know sometimes it's a little bit difficult while enrolling to meet the teachers, but at least try, make some calls. Drive the morning commute, very important, because choosing the right school is just as bit of important as choosing the right home. Now, let's talk about what I think you're going to love about Shavano Highlands. First, the location. This is, if not the biggest selling point, one of the biggest selling points through this list. You're close enough to enjoy everything San Antonio has to offer, but tucked away enough to enjoy peace and privacy when you come home. Second, this is brand new luxury construction starting in the high 900s and low millions. So everything really does feel fresh, modern, energy efficient, and designed for the families that actually just want to live today's way of life. Third, the builder quality. I mean, having both Toll Brothers and Drees home in the same community gives you guys as the buyers two outstanding luxury options, and they are a top-notch premier builder. I wish Drees Home hadn't have changed their name to Drees, but hey, it is what it is. I get it. Monticello just sounded so good. But each builder does really have a different design philosophy, which means that you can choose the one that really just best fits your lifestyle. Fourth is the hill country setting. Even though you're only minutes away from major shopping and entertainment, there's rolling terrain here, mature trees, and surrounding landscape that makes this community feel much more secluded than what it really is. Now, let's be honest, no community is perfect. And I know, but these are not ways of being harsh towards Shavano Highlands. I always have to say that. This is just me being honest, truthful, genuine, and the straight shooter that I am. So there's a few things that I think you guys as buyers should know before making this decision. Property taxes are higher than some of the established neighborhoods, communities, because these are newer homes. It just is what it is. You have to compensate, right? Inventory is still very limited, which means you guys as the buyers may have fewer opportunities to compare homes side by side. Although this community is being pretty well built out, so you do have decent options, it is still limited inventory. And because you're near Loop 1604 and I-10, traffic during those commuting hours can become extremely busy, trust me. Those aren't necessarily deal breakers, but they're things that I think every relocating client should know before purchasing. So stick with me. Who is Shavano Highlands really for? It's perfect for the executives. Just you always want to be around your ecosystem. The medical professionals, because the hospitals are just right around the corner. Business owners, buyers that do like more of the upper echelon living. Families looking for new construction. They don't want the pre-owned homes, which is still completely okay. They have these options. And anyone who wants the luxury without giving up convenience. If you're searching for an established resale community with custom homes, communities like the Dominion, Canyons at Scenic Loop, Cantera Hills, it might be a better fit. But if you want the opportunity to own a brand new luxury home in one of the best locations in San Antonio, Shavano Highlands, and I'll give you a little tidbit right now, Hidden Canyons in Stone Oak, they have Perry homes there, beautiful, and it's one of the best neighborhoods. But Shavano Highlands definitely deserves to be on your short list. So after touring both builders, which would I choose? I gotta compare them side by side. So let's look at that. It's one of my favorite parts about the video, not where it ends, but a little segment I call Jose's Luxury Take. So we've toured both builders, we've looked at the community. Here's where I land. First, let's remember something. So this is not a competition between Toll Brothers and Drees, while they certainly seem to think it is. I really think it's just about finding the builder that fits your lifestyle, because at this price point, neither builder is building a bad home. If you're building a high 900 million plus dollar home and you build a shoddy home, best believe everybody is going to know about it. So they're just really simply building for different buyers, you guys. So let's start with Toll Brothers. If you're really looking for like the refined architecture and the polished luxury experience, those clean contemporary finishes, and a floor plan that feels elegant from the moment that you walk through the door, then I really do think the Bellissa 2 is an outstanding choice. I also think that the Bellissa looks somewhat kind of New Hampshire cottage when you just roll into it. It's beautiful because everything about this home feels intentional. The layout flows beautifully. The entertaining spaces really do make sense. Sometimes I'm like, why did you put that there? But it makes sense here. And I think it would really be just an excellent fit for the professionals, the ones who enjoy hosting family and friends. Now, let's go to Drees Homes and let's see what the Linmar 2 has to say. It gives me a little bit of a different feeling. It feels larger. Obviously it is. It's about 900 to 1,000 square feet more, warmer, more customizable, and if your priority is maximizing space and really creating a home that's truly and uniquely yours and having flexibility as your family or your life evolves over time, I think Drees has that real advantage. One thing I really do appreciate about the Linmar 2 is that it feels like a custom home, without necessarily stepping into that fully custom price point, because those you can get into the 2 and 3 millions, and then you're stepping more into the Cordillera Ranches and the Canyons at Scenic Loop universe or world. So which one would I choose? Honestly, I don't think there's a wrong answer, but if I were relocating to San Antonio today, I would probably lean more towards the Toll Brothers, only because I just have always been in love with them. I love the refined architecture. I just love the warmness, and I just love how all of it flows very well together, and it gives me options and flexibility as my family and life circumstances change over time, and just the national brand recognition. So that's who I would definitely go with, but I would not hesitate to put Drees at the top of the list either. Either way, I think you are making an excellent decision, but here's what I believe is the bigger story: Shavano Highlands itself. Because you're not really buying just the builder, right? You're buying one of the last opportunities to own a brand new luxury home in one of the most desirable locations in Northwest North San Antonio. And that's becoming, again, it really increasingly difficult to find. And honestly, I think that's what makes this community so special. So if someone asks me, Jose, what do you recommend Shavano Highlands? Absolutely, 1,000,000% I would. And here's just some ratings that I would go by. Location, 9.8 out of 10. Luxury, 9.4. Value, 9.2. Family friendly, 9.5. Great area to live. Executive lifestyle, ecosystem, 9.7 out of 10. And my overall relocation score would be a 9.5 out of 10, especially if you're looking for that luxury, the convenience, and the opportunity to enjoy a brand new home without moving 30 or 45 minutes outside of the city, because that is the other option for the most part. Now I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. If you had the choice and you had all this information, where would you go? Would you go Toll Brothers, or would you go Drees Homes? Let me know down in the comments. I read every single one. I want to hear from you guys. If you found this video helpful, I would truly appreciate if you'd subscribe to the channel. Every Sunday at 12 p.m. Central, I release 2 brand new luxury relocation tours. Some of them may be new construction, some of them may be pre-owned, but we look at the most affluent parts of San Antonio and the surrounding areas, and one of them is in English and one completely in Spanish. My goal is very simple: to help you make an informed decision before you ever step foot in Texas. That's literally it. Again, name is Jose Buentello, luxury relocation advisor with the agency here in San Antonio, Texas. So if you're making that move in 9 days, 9 weeks, or 9 months, do not hesitate to reach out. 210-996-9608. God bless you and your family. I will see you in the next luxury relocation tour. My team and I would love to help you, and we'd be honored to guide you through the process. Thank you so much. Bye.